Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So another video is going to be how to get into Decathlon. So when I uploaded my day in my work life a few days back, I got so many comments asking me, can you do a video on how to get into Decathlon, what are the benefits of the job, what are the advantages and disadvantages. So I wanted to make a clear video about it completely, so you will get an idea of how to get into Decathlon, what are the advantages of the job, what are the benefits that you experience as an employee, how the work culture goes like and all. So today I'm going to do that with you guys, and I have to speak this whole video in English because I have so many non-Mallu viewers who are watching this video, and this is more like an informative video what I'm shooting. So it's really important for me to keep the whole thing informative so that they can also understand, and all my Mallu friends know English really well. So let's just take this video totally in English, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So in this video we are going to be covering certain topics which I have already written down so that I don't miss any part for you guys. So these will be the topics that we'll be covering today. First is the eligibility. Second thing, how is the selection process going on. Third thing, what are the perks of the job, benefits of the job, how the thing works, advantages as a Decathlon employee, then disadvantages, and finally the salary part. Topic number one is the eligibility. So in order to get into Decathlon, the only basic and very important eligibility is you have to be an athlete. You have to be a sports person, you have to be physically fit, you have to be involved to some sport, some or the other. It doesn't matter if it's running, swimming, dancing, whatever it is, something sports. You have to be a sports person to get into Decathlon. Decathlon doesn't keep any educational criteria for you to apply, especially for the retail. And I'm talking about the retail part because retail is the easiest way to get into Decathlon. We do have so many other verticals, but that's all a different process. But for a Decathlon retail, they only select athletes or people who are like related to sport, who are physically fit, and they should have some knowledge in some of the other sports. So that's why the first eligibility for getting into retail is becoming a sport person. You have to be good at some sport or the other to get into Decathlon. Coming to the selection process, so there are 2-3 ways that you can get into Decathlon. First thing is that if you like to work in some store near to you, you can directly approach the store, you can directly visit there, you can just drop your resume there. Second thing is that you can call in the store number. You will easily get all the store numbers from Google. You can just give them a call. You're like, okay, I want to work in Decathlon. So they will give you a mail ID like something.care@decathlon.com. So you can directly drop in your resume to that mail ID. If your profile is good enough or matching to the profile or the job role, the concerned department head or the store manager will definitely like get in touch with you. Third thing, and I feel like this is little easier because if you know someone who's already working in Decathlon, they can refer you to Decathlon. It's not like it's easy. You will have to still go through all the Decathlon recruitment processes even if you are getting referred by someone, but the chance of you being highlighted is more when this happens in this way. So if you know someone who works in Decathlon, who they can refer you to the concerned store, it's much easier for you to get into this like shortlisted profiles and directly get on to the interview side. So that will be the 3 ways that you can approach or you can start your selection process. Okay, so once you are shortlisted, your resume is matching to the job role, the department leader, or we call is as a coach, so he or she will be getting in touch with you for the second process, that is the interview. So interview is going to be really simple. It's going to just analyze your communication skills, how much personality do you have, how personally are you good at interacting with customers or interacting with people. It's all like your personality, your language, the way you handle things, the way you have the management skills, how you can talk with someone, how can you solve a problem, how can you resolve a problem, how good are you at communicating things to people. So the interview is totally that. It's just going to be them testing your total personality, your overall character. Nobody is going to ask you questions about like rocket science. It's really easy. It's just simple things, very simple things. If you have a good confidence, a good personality, and you know how to keep up with people, you are halfway cleared through Decathlon. So there can be 1 or 2 rounds of interview. It can be a telephone interview first, then it can be a Google Meet video call interview, and they can call to the store for a direct face-to-face interview as well. So it all depends from store to store, and the recruitment process is also different from store to store, because some stores will have so many criteria, so many steps for selecting you. On the other side, some stores will just have 3 or 4 steps of process. So it all depends from store to store also, and depends on the store that you apply and the role you apply for. So if you're a part-timer, the criteria will be really less, because part-timers, they when they are entering to the store, they might not have that much things put onto your head. So it's just the basic things that they just look forward to. But when coming to the full-timer part, when they're selecting someone as directly as a full-timer, they will be more demanding with the work. You should have more skills, you should have more management skills, communication skills and all, when compared to a part-timer. And it's both same only, but still the interview is going to be little bit more complicated if you are trying for a full-time job. So everything is good, you cleared the first interview round part, you are good with the interview, you have given them a first good impression and all. Then is the next part called DRD. DRD is more like a physical test. So as I said, you have to be an athlete, you have to be related somewhat to sport to get into decathlon. You don't need to have a national certification medal or something. I mean, there are people who work with national levels of certifications in sport in decathlon, but it's not mandatory for you to have a national level of certification or a good certificates or anything. You should be good at something. Even if you play cricket, you don't have to be a professional cricket player, but you should know the basics of cricket. You should be, you should have an idea to help the customer to get the right product or something. Okay, so DRD is more like a physical test. Like I said, you have to be physically fit for the job role, especially in retail, because you stand there for literally 10 hours dealing with people, dealing with customer. If you're a full-timer, you should have a capability to put on the things, put on the good knowledge to the people that you're seeing. So it's really important for you to have a physical fitness, and DRD is the round which determines that. You will have so many other people participating with you who will be applied for the same job role, and it can be team games where they test your team player skills. You have to be a good team player in order to get into decathlon. You are doing things on your own, you don't have the capability to play with a team, bro, you're out. You have to be a good team player to get into decathlon. It can be individual games as well as team games, but it all determines your strength, your team capability, your strategies and everything during the DRD round. Once the DRD round is completed, then comes the group discussion. So like I said, this criteria can be different from store to store. It can be 2 or 3 steps. It can be direct interview, then one more thing which I'm going to tell directly in some stores, because in Kerala, when I was in Kerala store, we had all these processes. We had interview, we had a DRD, we had a group discussion, then so and so, then only the actual recruitment. But in Bangalore, group discussions, I don't know, I have not seen in much of the stores. Maybe some stores do it. So it all depends from store to store, and group discussion is one of the criteria like that. And in group discussions, you will be sitting along with your team, and in that you will be given a certain topic to talk about. You have to have a really good communication skills. They test your communication skills and your capability to think during that situation. That's how the group discussion works. So it's more like you sit in groups, some topic is given to you, you talk about it, or it can be 2 sides, good things and bad things that you have to talk about the same topics, that a debate that we do in the school and all. So it all tests your communication skills, your capability to think in the situation and all. So group discussion will be that part. So once the group discussion is also cleared, you are a good fit for the company. The department managers or the store leaders are happy with the way you handle the things. You are halfway or more selected towards the company. Then is the main thing that all the stores will put you through. It's called LOL, or Live Our Life. So you went through all these processes, you are good at all these things, but at the end of the day, when you join for your job, you're understanding that, oh, it's not my cup of tea. You won't know, you will never know it. So LOL is like you are living a life of a Decathlon employee. You are not an employee, you are just coming for a few hours. You are working with them to understand that is this really my thing, and at the same time the team and the manager can understand that okay, is this person a good fit for the team. So LOL is really important, and no matter what, all the stores will follow LOL because it's how you actually understand the person you are on the floor. Because during interviews or during, sorry, I had to cut halfway because some people came by and my video was interrupted. I'm so sorry. So yeah. So like I was telling, so during this LOL only, we will understand that like yourself, like you will come to the store, you will be working, you will be dealing with the customers, you will know how the job is, how the job role is. That time only you will also understand how core the things are, how the things work in Decathlon. So maybe you come for work, you won't be happy with the things that work in the store, and maybe you won't be a right fit for the team also. So this is the time where we determine are you a good fit for Decathlon or not. So LOL is a really important factor during the recruitment process. And you clear your 3 days of LOL, it can be 2-3 days. I mean, you cleared your 3 days of LOL, you are a really good fit for the company. Congratulations, you got in. Next is your contract creation, and you are selected for the job. So now you are a Decathlon employee. Now let's see what are the benefits that you receive as a Decathlon employee, what are the perks of this job and how the job works. So yeah, so first let's go through the benefits of the job. Sorry, before that, let's see how the Decathlon works. So like I said, you are a sport leader. You are not a salesperson when you're working in Decathlon. Your job is not to sell things to the customer. You are selling the knowledge. You are just selling the product knowledge to the customer. You don't want to sell the things for money. We don't do that. Sport leaders don't do that. The thing they sell is the advice. They are sport advisors. You just provide proper information to the customers and you let them decide. So imagine one customer is coming asking for a beginner level of product. He's just starting to practice some sport. You don't technically have to suggest them with a advanced model because they are just starting the sport. So you will be 100% given the product training and everything about all the products or whichever department you're working in. So your job is not to sell the items, you are just giving a proper sport advice to the customers. You are making sure that the customer is getting the right product at the right time, at the right place. That will be the Decathlon. Decathlon have really good core values. So if you are a Decathlon employee, you should have like a certain set of values within you, then only you will be getting into Decathlon. Decathlon doesn't randomly recruit people. That's why I'm telling, values are really important for Decathlon. So yeah, so the job role will be like that. You will be attending with customers. You are in retail and you will be dealing with customers every day. You are the people who are directly involved in the business. You are the business people. You are autonomous to take your own decisions. So imagine I am working in a swimming department. I take care of the swimming. I am like an owner of my sport and I can take my decisions. So whatever I need in my layout, I'm like, okay, this product is not needed, I can keep this product. So you have the autonomy or you have the right to take your own decisions. You don't have to go to your manager or your department leader you have to have words with them. You'll have to discuss your plans with them, but you are having a right to take your own decisions when you're working in Decathlon. You can decide your sport, you can decide what you are selling, you can decide you can understand how your catchment works. So you will get an idea about the whole thing. So like I said, if I'm handling swimming, I'll be the person who is responsible for the swimming season, or what products to keep, what range I should keep, who are my customers, how is my catchment, how many pools do I have to go for a tie-up. So this all is your decisions. You are basically like running your own business when you're working in Decathlon. It's like your own business. You can take the decisions. So now let's talk about the benefits of Decathlon employees or the perks of the Decathlon job. So the main or my favorite thing I would say is you get employee discount on all the products, and it's such a blessing because people who work in Decathlon will be sports people who will be practicing their sport, and this Decathlon employee discount benefit is really good for them because we can purchase our sport, we can practice with the sport and all, and you get discount on all the products, and it's I would say the best thing. It might not be the best thing but for me, I'm really happy that we have this employee discount benefit that you can avail. like where in whichever Decathlon store you go to. So that's a really good benefit that Decathlon provides to its employees. Coming to the second part, like all companies, Decathlon also covers their employees and their families with a good amount of insurance. You are safe, your parents are safe, your husband, your wife, whoever your kids, you are safe, you are covered with a good insurance amount by Decathlon. Third thing, you have paid leaves. So the best thing about Decathlon is that before I joined Decathlon, I was not an organized person. I mean, when we were in school or wherever, I think like when you start working in some corporate, you definitely will be very much organized, because you can't just randomly take your leaves or anything. You have to be planned. So when you work in Decathlon, you are organized. You have your own calendar. You have your whole calendar for the year. You are organized. You know when you should take your leaves. When are your next holidays coming? When are you planning to go on a trip, or where you're going to have a function or whatever it is? Emergencies can happen, but you are more like an organized person. So you have your paid leaves that you can utilize for the whole year. Then fourth thing is shareholding, and I believe this is the best thing that can happen to a Decathlon employee. That is because shareholding, you are the owner of Decathlon. You buy a share, you are a shareholder of Decathlon, and this benefit is not given to outsiders. It's just the Decathlon employees who get this benefit. So it's more like you have the ownership of the place you work in. Imagine you're walking to the store, you're like, okay, I own this place, bro. I mean, literally I have shares of this place. So it's like you have that ownership feeling towards the company, because you are a shareholder. And in my life, I would never regret buying a Decathlon share, because Decathlon share will never let you down. So I'm so happy, and only this benefit is applied to Decathlon employee. So you are a Decathlon employee, only then you can be a shareholder of Decathlon, and it's a very good advantage that they gave to a Decathlon employee. Fifth thing is vertical movement. So like I said, even if you are joining in retail, after some time you understood that you have to explore different verticals. So for someone like me, I studied logistics, but I work in retail. I deal with customers, I deal with business. But at some point, if I want to move to the logistics wing, or I want to move to the accounts, or whatever it might be, the business development, marketing, communication, we have so many verticals. Decathlon doesn't have a third party who just take care of its verticals. It's the whole company only which have different verticals. So at some point, if you want to change the vertical, if you want to work in different vertical, the company provides you an opportunity to do that. You can explore different verticals in Decathlon. So that's also a really good advantage that the company provides to its employees. Now coming to the disadvantages part. I wouldn't say it's like disadvantage. This is my personal opinion. It can be an advantage or disadvantage for some other people, I don't know. But this is totally up to me. It's just my personal opinions. What I'm sharing with you is that you get no public holidays. It's a bitter truth of retail, not just Decathlon. When everyone is having their leaves, when everybody is enjoying their time alone with their family, like holidays like Christmas, New Year, Onam, whatever it might be, you are on the floor doing the business. Yeah, it's a bitter truth. So in retail, no matter it's Decathlon, in other retails, you don't get to enjoy your public holidays. You are working that time. That is one of the things. And you don't have fixed timings. So for me also, not for just me, everyone, we don't have a fixed timing in retail. So even in Decathlon, you are working different retail, different vertical, like maybe IT or some other vertical, you have a fixed leave. Your week offs are on weekends. But for a person who's working in Decathlon or in a retail, you don't have a fixed week offs. You have fluctuating week offs. It can be either Monday, Tuesday, it can be Wednesday, Thursday. So it's not fixed. So it's really important for you to keep proper track of your time and proper planning of what you're going to be doing in the next week, because if you don't plan it properly, your whole week is messed up. You can't do anything. So you have to be really planned to work in a retail, no matter it's Decathlon or not. So you don't have a fixed work life. You have a work-life balance because you have flexible shift timings. You can take whenever you want the offs or leaves or things, but it's not fixed. It's always fluctuating. You should be flexible with the timings, you can get either morning shift or evening shift, so you have to be really flexible with your timings and things to work in Decathlon. Last thing is the salary part, which I am not supposed to disclose because I am a Decathlon employee, but all I can say is that comparing the market, the trend and our competitors, Decathlon provides a really good, decent amount of salary to its employees and other benefits also to its employees. So I mean, it's a really like good pay that the company gives, and you can earn more and more and more with your potential, with the projects that you take in, with the things, extra responsibilities that you take care of. You can earn a really good amount in Decathlon. I'm not telling for the entry level people, but once you gain the experience, with the experience you can get really good amount of salary in Decathlon. Like, I mean, comparing to our market, it's a really like decent amount that the company pays to its employees. The last part is how to apply to Decathlon. Like I said, you have so many options. You can directly go to the store and things and all. But the best way to apply, like I said, you can directly go to the official like page or their profile in Google. Just you can give them a call, check for the mail ID. They will give you a mail ID. Directly drop in your resumes. Or you can search in Indeed also. There will be recruiting managers or department managers who will be actively recruiting in LinkedIn platforms and other platforms also. Or you can go to Decathlon job portal. There also you can see the current openings. So the best option is to directly get in touch with the store, because the store, if you're approaching them directly, they know which role is open that time and you can directly apply to the role that time only. You don't have to wait for an opportunity to come. So if there are any Decathlon stores near to you, directly approach the store, directly get in touch with them, get in touch with the department manager or the hiring person who is doing it. You can directly get into Decathlon. So yeah, this was the whole video. I hope I covered everything for you guys. I believe you guys got an idea about how the things work, how the recruitment process work, what are the advantages, disadvantages and everything. So if you still have any doubts, please do ask in the comment section, or you can just connect with me in my socials, my mail ID, my Instagram. I can text you back. I can give you a clarification for all your doubts. I hope this video was informative for you guys. If you need more content like this, please do comment down below. Subscribe to my channel also. See you guys with another video. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Bye.